Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Pinterest in just 10 minutes a day, where you learn how to save time on social media and grow your reach in just 10 minutes each day without having to engage using Pinterest marketing. I'm your host, Sharice Merrill, mom of five, businesses too, and I'm here to help you save time so you can spend more time with your family and spend less time on your business. I'm also here to help you understand Pinterest better. So let's get started. Pinterest can be this big, ominous platform where everyone says how amazing it is and they love it and they're doing really great, but you can't just figure out why it's so awesome. You can't wrap your head around Pinterest. Why is it so big compared to all the other platforms out there? What's the difference? I get this question a lot, guys. So, why Pinterest? We are going to dig into the advantages and disadvantages of Pinterest marketing. You have to bear with me. I am really congested, getting over a cold here, so if I sound kind of nasally, it's true, I am. This is why I love an online business because I can still get work done when I feel great, even though I don't sound great. So, we're going to dig into the four biggest advantages I wanted to share with you about Pinterest today. And the first one is a post life or the pin life, whatever the post life is with Pinterest. With Pinterest, it's pins, it's a Facebook post, you have Instagram Reels, TikToks, that type of thing. And the general pin life, post life of Pinterest is 3.5 months. That means a pin is rotating through the algorithm when it first gets published for 3.5 months on average, compared to TikTok and Instagram, which are about 48 hours, and Facebook, which is about an hour and a half, which is a really long time to get traction. That means it has about 3 months plus on Pinterest to get traction, pick up speed, start to get viral versus the 90 minutes on Pinterest or the 2 days on some of the other platforms. And that is the biggest thing. Think about how much longer your content stays in front of the eyes of users before kind of getting tucked away down the hole, right? That's the biggest advantage, which I love so much. You spend all this time creating this valuable content for it to disappear in 2 days, right? That's no fun for anyone. So that's the first advantage. The second advantage is Pinterest is there to actually support its creators. The people who are on the platform, entrepreneurs, business owners like you, who are actually adding content to the platform. Without you adding value to Pinterest, it wouldn't be there. Pinterest is a search engine like a Google, like YouTube. They need your content there to answer the user's questions. So as you're adding this value around these pain points and solving these problems, Pinterest values that. They need that and they want as much content and ideas and um, values and different opinions as possible. So they actually value and support you as a creator. Any changes they make on the platform aren't split second changes. They're actually long, in-depth, thought out process changes that are going to affect you as a creator and only benefit you. Yes. Okay, so the Pinterest places your pins in the user's feed because they're actually looking for pins. So you're adding value to that content, and the only way a user actually sees that is by the keywords that you've added and the description and everything. So the way a user sees your post on Pinterest is because they asked for that help and they put that content in there, which is really amazing because people are actually looking for help and your content just pops right up for them to see. Okay, the third advantage is it only takes 10 minutes a day to actually market your business on Pinterest. I know I spend at least 30 minutes a day on Facebook. And when I was on Instagram, it was probably another 30 minutes a day. And some days are up to 60 minutes on Facebook when there's a lot going on. You have to engage on all these other platforms, respond to comments. And yes, there's a little bit of that on Pinterest, but it's not a must to actually see growth on Pinterest. You can literally hop on the platform, put your pins up there, hop off the platform, and go back to your little hole and be an introvert or whatever you want. It is the best platform for marketing if you're an introvert. Now, I'm not an introvert, I just love talking. But Pinterest saves me that much time by only spending 10 minutes marketing on there. And I can cut out Instagram completely and save myself 30 minutes a day as I'm a busy mom with five kids trying to grow my business, right? So Pinterest literally takes 10 minutes a day. And if you don't understand how you can get on and off in Pinterest in 10 minutes a day. If you can't figure out how to be that organized and specific and strategic, then I invite you to take a look at my Pinterest Organic Growth Academy, where I share with you everything I did for 5 years to grow Pinterest in just 10 minutes a day with my two businesses. Okay. The fourth advantage of Pinterest is pinners are there looking for an answer. And we dug into that a little bit with the number two, but they are not mindlessly scrolling because they're bored. I find sometimes at the end of the night, I'm on Instagram or I'm on Facebook and I'm trying to like figure out I'm just bored and I'm just looking around stuff. But whenever I go to Pinterest, it's because I have a question or I'm looking for something. I'm looking for ideas for Halloween costume. I'm looking for home decor ideas. They are actually on Pinterest scrolling with an idea in mind. And if they aren't on Pinterest with an idea in mind, whatever is showing up in their home feed that you might consider them mindlessly scrolling are actually based off their past history of search results. So it's not just Pinterest throwing out random content, it's Pinterest saying, hey, this is what you've looked for before. Maybe these ideas will help you. So a Pinterest user is in the mindset of getting answers. They want answers. And your pins are there and they're seeing them because it is an answer to their question. At least Pinterest thinks so, right? So it's not there for entertainment. It's not just there for entertainment. It's actually there for them to get help on. And that is probably one of the most valuable things about Pinterest is a user actually hops on there, they ask a question and they see your pin. If they click on your pin, they've already taken 2 steps towards moving in the direction of becoming your next lead or a next client because they've asked a question in the search bar with Pinterest and they clicked on your pin. So that's really cool. So a quick recap on those advantages are: one, the post life is extremely longer on Pinterest. Two, Pinterest is actually a platform there to support their creators. They don't make super quick changes for the benefit of them. They make changes for the benefit of you and Pinterest working together to actually grow together because they need you. Without you, they wouldn't be Pinterest. The third advantage is it only takes 10 minutes a day to market your business on Pinterest. Think about how many platforms you on, how much time you spend engaging on those, and think about just 10 minutes not having to engage. And that is one of the key values with Pinterest. And the third advantage is the users are there looking for an answer versus mindlessly scrolling, or they're being bored and just seeing what's up. Okay. Now, to the disadvantage, to be honest, I could only think about 3 that were really disadvantages of Pinterest. The first one is at this point in time, Pinterest is leaning more towards video content. So if you are an introvert and you don't like doing videos, it is a little bit harder, but it doesn't mean that you can't grow on Pinterest because I didn't like videos for the longest time. So that is one of the disadvantages is like all social media platforms, they are leaning a little bit more towards having that video, but you don't have to because there's still static pins. There's still idea pins with like animation video versus face-to-face video that you can still see growth. Also, if you make one idea pin and you have that longer post life, you don't have to be on video as often as some of the other platforms. So that's really cool. The second disadvantage is it's difficult to target local places. So if you are a local company, you require local customers coming in, then it's really hard to target those without paying for ads, which is a whole nother episode regarding ads. So if you're a local business and you sell products and do stuff online, then that's a little bit different. You can use Pinterest to market the online aspect, those products that you can sell and ship. But if you're strictly local, like a bakery, and you can't ship your products anywhere, then Pinterest might not be the best for you. Okay. And the third disadvantage is it is not date specific. As a post takes about 3 months, the whole life of it, you could be launching a product for 2 weeks later and people won't even see that product or that pin for like 2 months later. So it's not date specific because sometimes most of the time, it does take time for those pins to pick up speed. So if you're doing a launch and you put a pin up there for a launch, make sure that that landing page has something good on it, even though you're done doing the launch. Redirect them somewhere or have something good on it. So if you have those time limited sales or launches, like anything with a date, it doesn't really work well for Pinterest. The other thing that's a little bit nice about not being date specific is if you put something up there for Valentine's Day, that Valentine's Day pin will come back next year with Valentine's Day. So date specific, as in August 3rd, I'm launching this product, doesn't work very well, but like holiday specific does really great. So in conclusion, as a mom of five growing an online business, the biggest advantages of Pinterest for me is the time I save on social media. The long-term effects of pins lasting so much longer, and then they show up every year when those keywords are specific to that time frame, lets me be a mom and spend more time with my kids and less time growing my business because Pinterest is doing all the hard work for me while I can spend that time with the family. So, in conclusion, I'm going to give you 2 action steps, okay? Sometimes they're 1, sometimes they're 2. We're just kind of playing around with which ones are best for you. But this podcast, I hope you found a lot of value out of it, but the only way to really act on that value is to actually take an action step towards making it further. And since I want you to succeed on Pinterest, my goal is to give you an action step every single episode, okay? So the first one, if you haven't already, sign up for my Quick Start Pinterest guide to be 100% confident that your business will actually succeed on Pinterest. Most businesses will, but not all of them are great for Pinterest. So make sure you download that guide. The link is in where you can find it, theresemmerrill.com/free. Comment me asking for it and have that Quick Start Pinterest guide and know that Pinterest is right for you. Okay. Your second action step is to grab a blank sheet of paper. So I want you to grab a blank sheet of paper and I want you to write 5 columns at the top: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then on the left side down, make 3 to 5 rows, however many social media platforms you're on. For me, it's 2, Pinterest and Facebook. But if you're on Instagram or TikTok, all of those, you make a row for each of those. And then for the next 5 days, Monday through Friday, I want you to write down an estimate about how much time you spent on that platform, whether it was writing a post for the platform for the day, engaging for the platform for the day, creating a video for the platform today. Just estimate how much time you're spending each day for just 5 days on each of those platforms. Next episode, we're going to dig into this a little bit more. So have that sheet with you. We are becoming aware about how much time we're actually spending in our business so you can then learn how to save time on social media. Okay, guys, so that is it for today. Thank you again so much for watching, listening, joining, however you're listening to this. Be sure to comment below with your favorite aha moment or any question that you had going through this episode. I'm always happy to answer questions. Let me know if you found it valuable. Share it, save it, send it to anyone that you think is on the fence about Pinterest marketing or not. And I will chat with you guys next time. Bye for now.